directions hard to find. Under the stars up in the sky.
That's in the blem, free up the guys and dip out the ends. Jump in the ride and burn out the rims, don't stop, don't touch the void on my end. Never done a block with the up for events. See and get close, cause you plotting on them with the tits on 10. Back in the back, that's on tap, all ready to go and jump in.
Switch.
My love, my dear, there aren't enough words to describe the intricacies of your beauty. I see you and I'm taken back every time, like the first time. Wherever this course takes us, I'm here for the long haul as long as you're there with me. We know great days. None.
a des bras et des jambes. Le poisson vive. Le poisson vive. Il est vraiment très beau.
Let's play along.
Il peut nager sur la terre. Il peut marcher dans l'eau. Le poisson vive, ils sont forcément mauvais. Mais on l'aime bien.
Under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find. Under the stars up in the sky. I got lost in the night. Under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find. Under the stars up in the sky.
Everything that's pulling me apart, and I know it's not the end, but this could be a start. There is nothing left to hold on to, and my feet are off the ground, and I let go of everything that I have ever known. That I have ever known. Of everything that I have ever known. Of everything that I have ever. Baby, we can always run. I don't need a home when I'm with you. We can do it one by one. Feeling like the start of something new. I don't need a home when I'm with you. Baby, we can always run. Feeling like the start of something new.
I don't wanna move on, but I thought I made it clear before. I'm good on my own, and I'm kinda problem being alone. I don't wanna move on, but I thought I made it clear before. I'm good on my own, and I'm kinda problem being alone. I don't wanna move on, but I thought I made it clear before. I'm good on my own. And I'm kinda bored being alone. I don't wanna move on.
Smoke up, that's in the blem. Free up the guys and dip out the ends. Jump in the ride and burn out the rims. Don't stop, don't watch the way that I'm in. Never done a block with the up for events. Can't get close cause you plotting on them with the tits on 10. Back in the back that's on tap, all ready to go and jump in.
But I thought I made it clear before. I'm good on my own. And I'm kinda bored being alone. I don't wanna move on.
Switch.
My love, my dear. There aren't enough words to describe the intricacies of your beauty. I see you and I'm taken back every course takes us. I'm here for the long haul as long as you're there with me. We know grey days. None. Your essence lights up my existence and everybody around you. Love. I'm here for the long haul as long as you're there with me.
Steve, le poisson Steve, il est orange, il a des bras et des jambes, le poisson Steve. Le poisson Steve, il est vraiment très beau.
Let's play along.
Il peut nager sur la terre, il peut marcher dans l'eau. Le poisson Steve, ils sont forcément mauvais, mais on l'aime bien.
Under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find. Under the stars up in the sky. I got lost in the night. Under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find. Under the stars up in the sky.
Everything that's pulling me apart, and I know it's not the end, but this could be a start. There is nothing left to hold on to, and my feet are off the ground, and I let go of everything that I have ever known. That I have ever known. Of everything that I have ever known. Of everything that I have ever. Baby, we can always run. I don't need a home when I'm with you. We can do it one by one. Feeling like the start of something new. I don't need a home when I'm with you.
Good afternoon, morning, and night to all the people tuning in from around the globe. Today we are starting out our triple trifecta with Barcelona. I'm your today's host, Reno here, joined with Pigalala. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Pigal, let us know, are there any breaking news here today on Barcelona?
Well, it looks like we're missing Soda Soaker.
What?
The current leader of the championship.
The current leader
Or-
of championship is missing. What's happening? Like, do we have any like insider info here, knowing like why like Soda Soaker might be missing today?
Well, it seems like he has an outside life.
What?
I don't believe it. What?
Oh my god. Yeah, apparently we've heard that Soda Soaker is too busy chasing the bag instead of like going after the fame and glory. He's just saying, nope, I'm too poor. Apparently I need to go and get myself some green. Not even after the stars. Like, what is that? Absolutely throwing. But yeah, today we can see the practice has already started. It took us some time to get... wait, you can see some people... There's a split out there? Oh, I don't know. Well, I doubt it's faster, but... Today we are here on Barcelona as our premier ice track 13, which is like event 5 out of 6. So after today there's only one more premier ice. So this one really matters, and I'll tell you guys why. Because if we actually are looking at the points, well, if you look at the points without counting for mulligans, you can see that Soda Soaker, Turtle Chile were really running away with 1,000 point lead from everybody else. But if you are actually like, I was crunching the numbers like for like a good while before the stream today, and I calculated the mulligans, and I can safely say that Turtle Chile and Soda Soaker are not that far like from like they are not safe at all. Wait, I think my mic be peaking a little bit. I turn it down. But you can see Soda Soaker is only leading with 40 points in reality. Like, he might have been doing like real hot in some races, but Soda Soaker, I fear his biggest enemy might be his internet connection, and with him not showing even up today, that's gonna really use up some mulligans. So he's really leaving it all down to the last race, which I believe might be next weekend. I don't really know. I don't remember the date. Maybe Biggle can check it up. But yeah, if it's Soda Soaker missing, it might give an opportunity for Turtle Chilo to farm some really good points here. Also, Biggle, you were saying?
The next event is May the 10th.
May
So
the
2
10th.
weeks from now.
So 2 weeks from now. Okay, that's gonna give people some time to actually practice and get their like head into the game ahead of the time, because yeah. But also the practice seems to be finishing up real soon. We'll just quickly take a look at what the current times are. You can see 32 Chilo is really showing his early dominance here, with the Mafioso 1 tick behind, and the Lapis Letus somewhat following close behind as well. It's really nice to see Lapis Letus showing up. He has been missing 2 races in a row, like 2 like event days in a row, but now he's back. Lapis Letus was on the limit of his mulligans, so if he would miss a day, that would be super bad, like really bad for his points. So it's really beneficial for Lapis to be here today.
It appears that the stream scoreboard has misbehaving a bit. We only have 6 seconds of practice left.
Oh.
Not 1 minute.
Silly. Well, keep that in mind, guys. Only few seconds left as the time attack is starting up. In the meantime, let me give you guys a beautiful look from the helicopter from in the skies. You can see the helicopter is, let me disable the scoreboard, but you can see the helicopter looking over the track here, flying around. You can see the beautiful Barcelona from the year 2023. This is quite a historical one. You can see it has some beautiful Google Maps data cookery going on. But I think the most notable, like this track is really notable for its really fast cornering speeds, because you can see those hugely massive straightaways. Nailing those braking markers after those long straights is gonna be really what's gonna separate pros from the rest of the pack, as the time attack has been started now. You can see people are going, so it's You can see people like Zuku and Sotumni getting a really good early startup here, as they are all barreling down into turn 1 here. Who's gonna take the early lead here? It seems like... oh, 2-8 goes wide there. That's quite unfortunate. In the meantime...
Looks like Mafiosa and Lapsetta have made their way to the front.
Oh, they have. Yeah, Mafiosa absolutely cooking right now. Wait, I need to... Boom. Yeah, Lapis right now leading the time attack. You have to keep in mind Lapis Letus with the US ping. That means he started later a little bit than others. So with him leading the pack, that really goes to show that Lapis Letus setting some crazy times right now. Yes, they're all barreling through the turns of 7, 8, going into the turn 9 here, which is gonna set them up for this longer straight here. The Schleiman tank. As you can see, Lapis setting up his camera to see better the turn up ahead. Are they gonna go for block stop? No block stops. They are taking the line normally here, taking it safe, trying to set some like first like solid laps just to begin the time attack, because there is not that many laps today. There is you set the first initial lap and then there's only 2 laps remaining, so you really coulda like milk the first lap really you're setting, and after that there's maybe some more room for. But interesting, you can see Lapis Letus doing some... he's not following the back, he's doing his own line, but it seems not really working out for him today. As you can see, Turtle Chilova and Mafiosa in front of him. As we turn on the leaderboard, and we can see the times are going to set the Mafiosa with the 1 minute 50.55 right now, leading the time attack. For reference, the world record before the practice was... oh wait, I don't think people practice that much. We might need to get the accurate read on what's the real thingy. If I just do times Barcelona, let me see. Yeah, 1 minute 50.85. So they're setting faster times than the practice times on this track. I tried to go on other servers and reference the times, because obviously people don't really like practicing and setting times on event server where they're gonna get hidden away. But I went to Frostex, checked out the track here, but Frostex does their turn 12, 13, 14, like the final section. They do it differently. So there is no other public track where you can do whatever you can do here, where you you can't go straight, you have to turn right, and then there's this mini split route, which is quite interesting. In the meantime, Piggle, are there any big improvers we can see maybe?
I'm looking at the front, and Lapis Letus is currently up. I see green 0.05, so not that much. But then behind, a few people are improving, but they probably didn't get the best starting laps. So it's to be expected.
That does make sense, yeah. Okay. Good to know. I'll switch the camera to see Legendary A7 here, for example. One of the few was actually gonna improve this lap with a half second improvement incoming here. Where he's gonna put him? Right now he's 1 minute 0.45. With him improving 45, it's gonna put him up to P5 for now. Oh, that's a massive jump from Legendary A7. Really well done. In the meantime, I don't think Turtle Chilo was third before. I think Turtle Chilo has jumped the spot here as well, for sure. But, and also, Lapis has tied Mafiosa's time. That's a new development as well. So, Lapis, all he needs to do is really hope that Mafiosa is not gonna be improving. And just set the faster time here, as Lapis right now is, he's neither green or red. He seems to be setting consistent laps right now. Meanwhile, behind Lapis is 32 Chilo, who is also doing consistent laps. Also, you can see both of them in green right now. So it's really comes down to whoever can save the most. Also, Mafiosa behind them is saving time as well, I believe. Yeah, 0.2 seconds. Mafiosa improving as well. So all three of the leaders here all set up to like do some crazy improvements here. As you can see, they are all going through the turn 10 here. Was gonna nobody taking block stop. Mafiosa doing a little eatery there, trying to optimize to a little micro. But all of them in the green. Oh my god, this is all coming down to the last turns here, really. All of them in the green. Who is gonna improve the most here as they're clearly doing the final turns here. Is Labs gonna go for his signature split? No, he's not. But the Labs goes wait! 32 Chilo eats a well! Wait, are they all eating blocks right now? What's happening? No. 32 Chilo right now seems to be... Is he gonna improve? Is he gonna improve? Wait, what happened? I think he improved a little
ties
bit.
his own time.
Mafiosa ties his own time and Lapis with no improvement. Oh my. What a finish for our first time attack. I didn't expect things to be this heated up already with the life and claiming P4 and 2818 in 5th. Pepperoshi in 6th, so Van Wave scoring some team points here for sure. And Kodonex all the way up in 7th. That fella has practiced for sure. So Tumni in 8th. So Tumni is a new guy who we haven't seen the rest of the season. He joined last time and he actually performed really well with Tumni in the... If you look at the average people, like average score, he's all the way in 5th after his first like day on the track. So that's really strong initial, I guess, inaugural race day for him. Maybe possibly... I was gonna say maybe possibly somebody would want to snipe him into their team, but it seems Tumni is already signed. So signed with the Iconos team. I don't really know how the details on their team name, but yeah. As we are currently waiting for some last peoples here to finish their times as well, so we can start up with the sprint race number 1. So all the people who are watching, how the format goes is it's in theory it's pretty simple. It's first there's 5-minute practice, then it transitions into time attack where you have like only few counted laps you can set a really good time. Whoever sets the fastest time is gonna score the most points. And then they're gonna all get loaded up just like this into the race grid where they are all fighting to set or to finish first. As it's 5, 4, 3, 2 laps, 1 winner, and they go! Who's gonna get the early lead here? As we can see, so far I think it seems to be Zuku, Zilu, Iconos in the front here. Iconos taking a different line from the others. As they are going into turn 1, Boshiwashi going wide a little bit with Kodonex in the lead, a little bit with French Greg, Lapis Letouche taking the early lead here, early initiative. But also Timonatic and Lapis Letouche both fighting for the P1 spot here with the scene zoom as well there. Mafiosa, you can see the fireball for the P1 is really, really close by. Usually by like the first few turns it like, you know, it like feathers out a little bit, but this time you can see the action is just superb. Like some really high quality action going on here today as they are going into the turns of 7, 8 into turn 9 coming up here. We can see legendary A7 has dropped down just a little bit here, but they are all really, 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 really close by as they are barreling down the into the no block stopper, I'm gonna guess, because block stopping is just... Whoa, Demonatic tried to go for a block stop, but you can see it's not really worth it. You take the risk and the risk is just not usually ending up in your favor. It's, I mean, you can risk it for the biscuit, but at least I wouldn't go for it myself, so That man must have some real balls. Life Network went a little bit wide here, losing some precious time, but Mafiosa is gonna be the guy in first. Chilo eat some blocks there, but yeah, Mafiosa rounding up the lap 1 in P1 for now, entering into the second and final lap of the sprint 1. Boom. Let's get on board with Mafiosa as he's zooming into turn 1. Is he gonna get the clean turn 1 here? Yes, he will. He's absolutely cooking. Meanwhile, behind him, Lapis Letus really close by. Also, in third spot, it seems to be Alt and Sotumni and Life and all fighting for P3 right now. A huge fight. Meanwhile, the P1 and P2 with aka Mafiosa and Lapis are just running away with it with the 1 second lead from the rest of the pack so far. Lapis Letus losing out a little bit or doing some different lines there, but you can see the fight for P3 is really, really strong. If we take a look from the camera, you can see there's just one big fireball, really. So it seems like Mafiosa, Lapis, so far, safe from the rest, but one little bit... What? Mafiosa! It's a little bit... That lets Lapis let us by! Mafiosa dropping down like fly! What? We can't even see him anymore. Oh, he's in all the way back in P6, now possibly fighting for a third spot. He lost so much time just from one little mistake. That's costing him a lot of time right now, as you can see. Can maybe Mafiosa make some moves up in here, takes it safely. He's all the way somehow in P3. Managed to drop the rest. Turtle Chilo taking it a bit more safely here. Is Mafiosa gonna try to capitalize off it and make some moves happen as they're going into the final laps here? Mafiosa trying to conserve more speed, but Turtle Chilo is saying no, you are not getting through as Turtle Chilo sends the block stop. And I think that's gonna secure second place for Turtle Chilo now. We really need some clean points here. But Lapis Letus taking the P1, followed by Turtle Chilo. And 2-8, 1-8, getting the third spot actually. Mafiosa, it seems like Mafiosa is disconnected possibly. I don't know what happened to him. But Mafiosa, yeah, finishing in third, 2-8 in fourth. Wait, sorry, yeah. 2-8 finishing in third, Mafiosa in fourth. So Tumni in fifth. That's a surprising result. Martinitus in sixth. We can see maybe some... Can't even see. Okay, yeah, Martinitus in sixth. Seventh, Alt. 8th, Paper Yoshi so far. Life and Network 9th. And Onitalas to round up the top 10. What a first sprint race to start the day off. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can... I'll maybe get a better camera view here for you guys. Spectating the back here. I'd say let's watch on board the few first turns with on board with Lapis Letus here, as he's gonna get a bit of a slower start like compared to the other guys, because it's just a pure a little ping diff. So you're gonna like they're all holding down W right now. It all comes down who has the best ping here, really. So you can see Martinitus seems to be with the highest ping today, or sorry, lowest. While Lapis Letus is like all the way down in P20 just because of the ping. But can Lapis cook on first turn? It seems like doing some clean moves. Atumni right now enjoying being in P1. We're gonna soon see if that fun is gonna be short-lived or not, because they're all super close together. One little mistake and it is the end of the road for you. The Tumni dropping back a little bit. That's gonna let Sinzum, Lapis and Mafiosa, the Fireball, take the initiative for the P1 fight here. But Sotumni and Timonatic and Goldenex, they're all still in the fight here. They all have to do is keep up some good pace here. And I mean, it's anybody's game still. As they are going through the turns 8 here into turn 9. You can see that it's just absolutely amazing to see. Let's eating some blocks there just a tiny bit. That's gonna make him lose out on like few tenths. Mafiosa right now, if you just look purely at the coast, it's like barely like there may be like 1 block lead, which is like absolutely nothing when you really think about it. But at least Mafiosa going really wide there. Mafiosa absolutely losing out on if you go check with the Mafiosa, you can see Mafiosa all the way in P5. What happened to him? But yeah, it seems to be so far for the lap 1, Lapis Lettuce seems to be the guy who is finishing the lap 1 as we're going into the lap 2 and final lap here. Lapis Lettuce in the lead. Let's look on board with how he's gonna get the turn 1 here. He's going, getting a clean entry. 32 Chilo trying to do some... Whoa! 32 Chilo made some great moves, but Lapis getting the exit speed here, so that's gonna really like shoot him forward here. 32 Chilo right behind him with Mafiosa not also letting them go by. Jesus, Mafiosa has a weird camera setting, but Demonatic here also right behind them as well, fighting with Life and Sotumni for the P4 here. It seems like they're a little bit out of the fight for P1 for now, unless some big mistakes will happen. I guess we'll see, but so far I think we should really focus on the P1 fight here, because Lapis Lettuce and 32 Chilo are just literally inside each other as 32 Chilo trying to get the better entry, but Lapis Lettuce getting the exit speed. It's just, you can see both doing different strategies, and it seems like both executing them both perfectly. So in the end, it's no really gain for any of them, as they are going in this really fast turn. Nobody doing the block stop, taking it safely. Mafiosa maybe thinking about it, but doesn't quite seem to make any magic happen. But Mafiosa has reached really close to 32 Chilo. I'll use a different camera for Mafiosa. Like this, I don't know what this camera angle of this guy is, but but 32 Chilo doesn't seem to make any moves happen for P1 here. So Lapis Lettuce seems to be finishing out with P1 finish here. 32 Chilo behind him in second, then Mafiosa in third, fourth Paper Yoshi, fifth Life Network, sixth is Scene Zoom, seventh is Kodonex, eighth is Atumni, ninth, sorry, it doesn't seem to find them, but 8th is Atumni, 9th is 2818, and 10th is Legendary A7. With that rounding up our second sprint, and we are now transitioning into the third and final sprint race of the first track. Keep in mind, after this there's 2 more tracks we are driving today. The next one being after this is Midgar Expressway, a really interesting track. And after that, to finish up, is a really spicy track which is called Icepool Ring. So you guys should really stick by and watch those races as well, as that might just produce some of the most competitive racing we've like seen in some long time, as they're all here on the grid now with 7 seconds on the clock. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2 laps to go, 1 more winner, and off we go. Barreling into turn 1. Martinez once again with the lowest ping here, getting a really good solid start here. Can he keep it? Can he make it work? Boshiwashi going wide, Trench going from Bean Weed. Not quite getting the turn 1, but Legendary A7, Sotumni, Demonatic, all chilling in the P1 spot for now. You can see absolutely, there's like absolute cookery going with Godones. Oh, taking a bit too much back ties here. That's gonna slow him down just a little bit. But he's still in that P1 fight, strong in it. So Sotumni and Demonatic right now, the guys inching out the most here. But Alt, Lapis, Godonex, all really close behind. You can see also, Godonex went wide there a little bit. That's unfortunate. In the meantime, we can maybe switch to look more up on front here. I'm really surprised to see Alt all the way in the P2 fight, even P1 fight for now. If Alt can stick in this and make these final turns work for him, he's gonna farm some crazy points. I think Alt, I'm not really sure what the practice times are looking like. I mean, I'll try through /t times. I don't really see Alt's name here. Possibly, maybe. Okay, I see, but yeah, he didn't really practice, at least not on this server. So yeah, as they're all taking the split route here. Interesting. But I don't really think that's much faster. He seems to be slotting back in right as where he was before, just a few blocks behind. But so far, 32 Chilo so far in the lead with 2.818, somewhat close behind, but he's more fighting with Timonatic right now as they are both in tandem. Timonatic trying to send it more into turn 1. Might even get more exit speed here, wow. As he cooks 2.8, as 2.8 falls down a little bit, even Paper Yoshi getting a move on 2.8 here. That's gonna move 2.818 even lower as, what? Satumni, Mafiosa, all are like farming exit speed on him. What's happening? It seems like he might be just gripping his brakes a little bit too hard today. A bit hesitant going into the turns. Not really sure how much he should brake, so he's like doing it safely. Doesn't want to really crash or like lose too much time. So he brakes early, brakes too much, but yeah. So far we can see, oh my god, 32 Chilo, like he's somewhat running away, somewhat. Seems to be safe for now if we can keep this up, but Team Monating and Mafiosa is what the real battle for P2 is looking like here. But damn, people might be asking, where is Lapis Letus in all of this? He's all the way in P6 here, fighting for the P3 spot. As they are going into the turn 10, into turn 11, coming up here. It's gonna be, I think Lapis is the one who really needs those points here, because he's behind like 150 points from Soda. So if he can really ace this first track here already, that's gonna be a massive. Lapis Letus, who I believe won the time attack, sprint 1, sprint 2, would really like this another win here, but it seems like he can't manage to just make it work. Might get the P5 finish here, but I'm not that sure. It seems like he's finishing up this one in P6 today. But yeah, 32 Chilo claiming a full of 100 points for this sprint 3. Mafiosa in second, 2.8 in third, Timonatic fourth, Pepiroshi fifth. As mentioned, Lapis in sixth. Then Legendary A7 in seventh, as fitting for the name. Satumni in eighth, Alt tying Satumni for eighth. And Martinitus all the way in 10th, and I believe we're gonna get the podium ceremony here for the fellas. So let me just get this camera ready. Oh, okay, I got TP'd. Ooh. Now I just fly up. Track 13. Let's see who won the most points. Martinitus in 11th, Timonatic in 11th. Sorry, Kodanex in 10th. Sinsuum in 9th. Let me turn up the Minecraft music as well. Legendary in A7th. Satumni in 7th. Drive in 6th. Pepiroshi in 5th. 2818 in 4th. Over 3rd spot, Mafiosa. Farming 376 points. Massive points gained. In 2nd place, Lapis Letus with 378. That's gonna be a good amount of points for him. And 32 Chilo finishing it out with 382 points. Damn. That's gonna put 32 Chilo closer to Sudasuker now on the Mulligan standings and overall standings. I'm not really sure what's the fight happening or how much it affects them overall, but cookery for sure, as they all get loaded up into another practice here on Midgar Expressway. Damn. For Midgar Expressway, Biggle, do you have the info on who is holding at least the server record time for this track? Because this version of the track, like you can see, people usually have to drive a loopy loop there, but on this version there is no loopy loop. You just go straight by it. So if Biggle, you have any like live action standings on it, what the practice timers are looking like?
Yeah, first place is currently held by 32 Gilo with a 43.55.
Oh, that's quite the pace. Let's see. Also, I'm afraid your cookery you did for the for it to switch the events is not working. Or
Lad.
maybe it would have worked, but maybe
Oh.
just because I unloaded it and reloaded it doesn't work, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's working for me. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I think it's
yeah.
a skill issue on your part.
Yeah, I should have not hidden it away then. Okay, I see how it is. 'Cause it makes sense. Grr. Okay. Yeah, bringing back the TV board here, we can see the practice time. So far, 32 Kilo creating some crazy times in, yeah, 44.20. That's so blazingly fast time. Like that one, it's not close to the world record. Not that close, but it's still a good time. With the life and Mafioso being really, really close to him in the practice times here. But in the meantime, I'll try to get you guys an overview of the track here, so you guys can actually properly understand what's happening. Some of the chunks are missing as the helicopter is loading them in live, but you guys are not missing out on that much. I don't know why the weather is like that today. Like it's just a bit foggy for the camera, but it seems like the fog has been cleared from the lens and we can see the track from its almighty. You can see they're starting up the track in this beautiful tunnel section as they are exiting out into this big curve. Then they turn right to go into the split section. And this split section, this one S line-ish, and then there's this one L line. Like I'm just this like that's just how the shape is, guys. It's not like it's a L line, but it is a L line. You know, if you know what I mean. It goes into this somewhat finally straight, which goes into this gimmick type beat. There is a way you can like do some magic. Try to like boat wall block tap thingy into those slabs so you don't get that slime that much. So you can like go here and take this line. But it seems like people are really in favor of reverse entries today. No wall tappery, no nothing. Just clean old driving here. But there's also this one hole here that you gotta really keep in mind, because once you fall in that hole, I believe it is the end of you today. But yeah, let's maybe just watch how people are doing here, as there is still 2 minutes remaining on the practice. Is the timer now correct? I think it is. Did it fix itself? I think it must have. That's quite nice. Live updates from the server. I rate it. Might be behind like few seconds, but that's completely fine. But yeah, let's watch on board with how Lapis is doing his practice here. Also, I'll try to get some live standing updates, see how the points really affected them. Open up the Boat Labs website. I'll see here the live standings. With 32 Chilo forming 382 points. If I compare this to Soda's times, he might be farming some points here. I think he might have been. Yeah. 32 Chilo has gained some massive points for him, because like this finish is one of his strongest finishes so far. So claiming another track win here, that's gonna give him his 4th track win. So that is obviously massive points. He's like, there's only so many people who have track wins. It's 32 Chilo with 4 track wins. Soda Soaker, I believe still he's leading with the mulligans, but it's super close with 6 track wins. And Blip, Lapis and Mafioso all with 1 track win. So yeah, but we are like expecting to see Lapis maybe farm some points here. For sure, Mafioso maybe grind some points here as well, as Mafioso did some practice prior to the event. I saw him on earlier. He was quite grinding it hard. And also 32 Chilo. Like, when I tried to find people to spectate for the Barcelona track, all the people, like 32 Chilo, I was hoping he's on Barcelona, but no, he was on Midgar Expressway, getting his paddles warm and trying to get some absolutely blazing fast times in. But yeah, as you guys can see, the time attack has been loaded in as they're all in it together, like super, like it's fully packed here. I believe it's gonna start any second now as the ready check has been gone through, and there is 3, 2, 1, and away they go as we look in here from the backs POV with Lapis. You can see it's absolute chaos. Maybe we prefer to see from the cameras here as they go into turn 1 here. Some people going a little bit wider, but doesn't affect them that much. You can see legendary A7 right now leading the pack with 32 Chilo leading the pack in the other split, doing the L split. I think we need a better word for it, but L split it is. The L split and the S split. But coming out of the split here, it is super split behind all the racers here as they're 32 Chilo getting stuck there, Avatar getting stuck, people losing times here, but 2:8:18 right now finishing this one off in a really good time. As you can see, 2:8 gonna set the boom 44 flat. That's actually a really good time, especially considering the amount of practice he has done. I don't think he has done that much practice. I was more expecting to see some like fast times from 32 Chilo and Mafioso, but both I believe messed up the lap one horribly. Can't even. Yeah, Mafioso all the way with his time in P25, you can really see that he must have messed up somewhere. I believe it was the final slime turn there, but that's really costing some time. But maybe let's look on board with more of the top 3 drivers here. Lapis getting a clean run into the final straight here. Is he gonna do some improving? We're gonna see super soon. Boom! Yeah, Lapis Letus with the improvement here, and it's gonna put him in 4th, but there's a lot of people improving. 32 Chilo sniping the top time for now with the 43.8. Damn! 2:8 in second still. Mafioso in 3rd, so Mafioso finally getting a good lap in. That's gonna be really good for him. And Life Network in 4th, tied with Mafioso. And Lapis, as mentioned, has fallen a little bit down into 5th. But Oni Dallas right behind him, only 0.1 off. So really close by with Scene Zoom so far in 7th. Okie dokie. But we can see Lapis is doing some improving, Mafioso is doing some improving. So who's gonna improve more? Lapis Letus. Oh my, Lapis Letus doing crazy. If he can finish this one, he's gonna put him in P2! Only 1 tick off of P1. Damn. That's the run he needed to get those points. But what? Mafioso is tying P1. Oh my god, that's gonna slot Lapis Letus down another 1 slot. That's I think at least losing him like 10 points if it is fair to finish. But luckily they have one more lap to make the dreams work here. Maybe snipe the P1 even. But Mafioso right now absolutely cooking with the 0.15 second improvement. If he can get this over across the finish line, he is golden. I seem to have lost it somehow somewhere, but we also have to note here that I think Lapis ate there a little bit. Is he gonna keep his a little green improvement here? I don't think he will. I'm not sure that's happening today. Or maybe. Lapis ties the top time as well. So it's all 32 Chilo Mafioso. What? 2:8 jumping, sniping it from alt. They're both both improving at the same time. But 32 Chilo, 2:8:18 crossed just few blocks before alt. That's gonna snipe him the top time for now, as they are all on their, I believe, final lap now. Yeah, final lap.
That was a crazy chain of events, really.
Yeah, a big shake-up, a massive shake-up. 32 Chilo, like seconds ago, chilling in P1, now all the way in P4, 3. Mafioso in 4th, Lapis in 5th. Oh, Lapis going super wide there. That's really unfortunate for him. But behind Lapis is Mafioso, who is improving a little bit. 32 Chilo maybe improving. No, but Mafioso maybe improving. Maybe. Let's see here. No, he's no improvement. So Lapis improving here. Jumping back to P5. He was just slotted down to like P6, I believe. I saw him go up. Wait! Yeah. Sorry. But yeah. What a time attack. This is like a really big upset for Turtle Chile Mafiosa Lapis as 2-8 and Alt both sniped the top time for this. For reference, 2-8 and Alt aren't like Alt is not even close to the championship fight. But him setting this really fast time here is really showing him here that Alt might be the next big dog that we might be sleeping on here. So if there's any Alt fans in the chat today, maybe a person to root out on, at least here on Midgar Expressway, as they all get loaded onto the grid. In the meantime, I'll take a look at the chat. I think there's a question asking, let's see, Yo Renokas, quick question. What do you think about New Guido? Well, I think New Guido is a really solid driver, but since he's not taking, like, he's not participating in this Premier Ice event, and honestly speaking, Premier Ice is the test of skill. Like, if you ever want to benchmark yourself and see how you like fare against the other boat racers, Premier Ice is the place to do so, because there's no like back markers. You could get bumped, you could like blame lag because somebody like lagged in front of you. Like, there's none of that. So Premier Ice really the most competitive place to like really show your skills. But so far you can see all of the top contenders here. Oh, 2-8. Oh, Sinsum going oi. That's really bad for them, as it's gonna slot them and lose them a lot of time. But so far 32 Chilo in B1 here seems to be crossing the finish line first. Yes, they're coming into the second lap here. 32 Chilo, Mafiosa really close behind. I think I'll switch the camera out for here. 32 Chilo. Let's see how he's gonna manage the split route here. We have Lapis Letus right on his tail here. As they are now emerging together here. Are we gonna see somebody slot into here? Boom, Mafiosa back in action here with Legendary and Alt. Absolute gang of a cooker here. Boom. Oh my, Lapis getting a really good line there. Mafiosa somehow in B1 right now. Wow. Like, I can't believe it. Wait, what the hell was that? Where did Martinitus come from? What? I have no idea. He just showed up on the screen like screaming hello. Must be some like fan or something. Also, Martinitus was in P4, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, some crazy split action happening right now. Terzo Chilo has slotted down just a little bit. Mafiosa jumping back in action here, you can see, as they are going for the gimmicky turn here. What's gonna happen? Lapis 2-8 Mafiosa all getting clean. Terzo Chilo, Timonetic seems to be chilling, as they are now finishing up the last lap here. Lapis Letus and Mafiosa really close. Who's gonna finish up finish line first in, and Mafiosa barely sniping it. Wait, no, they tied. That's even more worse for Lapis. Especially if you, I can imagine that people might be screaming ping diff in the chat right now after that result. Oh my god. Mafiosa, our European driver, versus Lapis Letus, our US driver. The ping difference might have just been the difference maker here. Ooh. Unfortunate, Lapis. Next time, just move to the European states. Yes. But we can see 5, 4, 3 left to go. One winner, and off they go. Starting the second sprint race. Oh my. I'm still flabbergasted by the previous round here. Going into the turns 4 here. Yeah. doing the split route. 32 Chilo so far chilling in the lead a little bit, but it's just a one block differencing him and Lapis Letus. And that one block is not gonna keep them safe for long. As you can see, the rest of the pack super close behind them. As they're, let's see the gimmick section here. Is there gonna be any upsets? Oh, Godanex pumping there a little bit, and so did some other few notable people. Just can't really read all the names in time. As Martin so far in P1 because he's taking the blocker route, but Lapis Leto started the Gilo with the high speed route, just slingshotting ahead here. Turtle Gilo getting a little bit of a blocks eating there. But you can see, yeah, Turtle Gilo and Lapis are taking this line. Meanwhile, others like Mafiosa here are taking the other line, which is like slingshotting them back, boom, into the action here. But it doesn't seem to be making that much of a difference. I believe the split route seems to be super accurate. Oh, Mafiosa bonking the blocks a little bit. He's gonna lose a lot of time here. Oi, 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 oi. Mafiosa all the way down in P6 now, I believe. As we're gonna get the live update all the way P7 even. No, it's gonna update to P6, but damn. As they're going into the third and final lap here. 32 Chila in the lead right now, but he's eating a little bit of blocks here. Lapis Letus really in the tandem here. Trying to make everything work here. Lapis Letus says he just got stolen, like Lapis just got stolen his P1 frame right under his nose. So he's really trying to make miracles happen here and try to get this one final position that he really needs to go into the P1. As you can see, oh, 2-8 bonk there, that's gonna lose him a spots. If we look over with 2-8, we can see 2-8, ooh. Now fighting with Mafiosa here. 32 Chilo claiming the first spot though, but who's gonna get the third place? Oh, 2-8 sniped it from Mafiosa. I thought he was a dead man there, but managed to get that podium finish at the end here. Damn, really lucking out here. For sure thought he was Stanzo, but he just barely managed to make it work. But yeah, congratulations to Turtle Chilo for winning the Sprint 2 as we transition into the Sprint 3, the final sprint of Midgar Expressway. But hold up, there's one more track after this one, people, so don't get... so hold your horses and let's... let's not get ahead of ourselves here. As they're 3, 2, 1 and away they go into lap 1, turn 1. Who's gonna get the best entry here and exit? So far, 2-8 to 1-8, somewhat cooking here. Team Monatic getting the best few turns so far, as they're gonna go merge back together here. And wow, as they're slingshotting past Turtle Chilo and Lapis super narrowly. Let's see this. Is somebody gonna get messed up here? Oh, Iconos lost time there. Some few other fellas as well, but so far Turtle Chilo in front, Mafiosa second, Lapis third. As they are starting up the second lap here. Boom. Mafiosa super close to Turtle Chilo. Oh, Lapis eating a little bit. Oh, that's gonna put Lapis Letus gonna lose him some bit of time, but seems to manage just a little bit somehow. Mafiosa somewhat running away with it. Let's see this connector here. Oh, wait, never mind. Turtle Chilo right now. A few blocks ahead as they're going into this really critical turn here. Ooh, the top 4 seem to be chilling just fine with Paper Yoshi and 2-8 fighting there for P5. A really close battle. And they are going into the final lap here. Turtle Chilo, Mafiosa doing some beautiful damage. That is literally side and side. They've kept this up for 2 laps, and now they're on their 3rd lap as Mafiosa taking the split. Oh, he messes up. Oh, that's gonna give 32 Chilo the upper edge here, as 32 Chilo will come out ahead here, as you can see. Mafiosa is not even close. He's P5. He used to be in tandem for P1. Now he's in P5. Turtle Chilo. Oh, getting the... Oh, Turtle Chilo, Lapis and Sinzoom. Mafiosa all getting the final critical turn here really well. And that's gonna give 32 Chilo his win here. Another win. Damn. He's cooking. He might have won the track here. We're gonna see super soon, but yeah, Dordo Chilo finishing in first. Lapis with half a second behind him. Martinez in third. Sinsum in fourth. Mafioso fifth. Onidella sixth. Okay. 2-8 in 7th. Cornex 8th. Old in 9th. And the Live Network in 10th. Okay. As we're gonna have the ceremony podium here any second, as Zukas is still finishing. And Zukas has finished, so we're gonna now have the podium celebration. Yeah. Track 14, Midgar Expressway. 11th, Ashen overall. Okay. Oh, some lag spike. 11th, the Live Network. 10th, Cotonex. 9th is the legendary 7. 8th is Sinzum. 7th is Alt. 6th is Martinitus. 5th is Timonatic. 4th is 2818. In 3rd spot, we have Mafioso claiming another third place. In 2nd, we have Lapis Letus claiming another 2nd spot. And it's 32 Chilo claiming another win here. He does! Oh my god. The Frenchman has done it again with with this fella here celebrating it with him. Oh my. Big GG's to the top 3 here. But hold up, chat. Hold up. There's one more track. As we are starting up the practice for Icepool Ring here. Yeah. I'll try to get you guys a beautiful camera. I'm calling in all the helicopters from the local area so you can hopefully spectate the beauty of this track from above. And it seems like our calls have been answered. Oh, what a view from above here we can see. It's the only track today that's going anti-clockwise, but also it has some really challenging turns. It has some wall taps. The first track, Barcelona didn't have any wall taps. Well, it had some block stops, but those block stops weren't really that safe to take, so we didn't see anybody taking any block stops today. But if you look on board here, you can see as they're going into... Okay, well it resets, but we're gonna experience the track with them as they are going into turn 1, doing this chicane here. It's gonna be a deadly one. After that's into the Olux. Tornado Chilo sadly reset there. Okay, never mind. Let's finish the track view with the helicopter. As this is we're looking at the turn. Let's see, turn 5 here. And after that we have the turn 6. A nice backtized turn. It's gonna have a lot of little turns here. So you have to really optimize your line. If you go a little bit wide or lose your control just a little bit, you're gonna be cooked, absolutely cooked. And already this turn here, 11th, going into turns 12, 13, 14. This track really packed these turns, totaling up in 18 turns in total. You can see there is a wall tap going into another wall tap. So this double wall tap cookery. Might see somebody eating the blocks here if they are not careful, but that's a bit unlikely, I'd say. But yeah, a beautiful track. Let's actually check who's the track creator so we can shout them out for this. I think it's Lortum. Let me check. T-info red. Sorry, Icepool Ring. Oh, I did it on the wrong account. I can't see. I've turned off chat for myself. Oh my god. Okay, let's fix that. Yeah. Built by Lortum. So this track at least got imported to the boat labs all the way back in 2024. So it's been along for quite some time now. Also, I was really hoping if we see Soda Soccer today. Soda Soccer is one of the people who haven't even touched this track. So it will have been really interesting to see how is that gonna affect Soda Soccer with zero practice going into this track. But since he's away working, getting that green, getting that money, We're not gonna see that today. But so far, Dorito Chilo seems to be doing the hottest in the practice so far. I'm gonna get you guys the latest info here about the practice times. As we turn on the TV board, we can see Dorito Chilo, yeah, right now in P1. Lapis Letus 1 tick only behind him. At Asher in the practice here, oh my. He's tied with Paper Yoshi for 3rd. What a development. As Mafiosa live here, you just saw him jump into B5. So that's some names to look out for sure today. But yeah, Lapis and Dirty Chilo really been fighting for the points today. I believe I'm not that sure, but I think in the overall standings, if you mulligan everything, Dirty Chilo and Soda Soaker might be literally neck in points, with Lapis Letus being in 3rd, because there's some distance he has to make up, and he's been farming 2nd places today. Meanwhile, Dirty Chilo has gotten 2 track wins here today in a row. So are we gonna see Dirty Chilo get another track win here today? That's gonna, if Dirty Chilo gets this win here on this Icepool Ring track, do you guys know what it means? It would mean that 32 Chilo would have a 6-track winning streak of just winning tracks. Because right now, his winning streak of tracks is 5. Really, really impressive. But yeah, I believe 1 minute on the... Never mind. Time attack is starting up, guys. Let me get the helicopter camera here. You can see the grid is fully loaded up here. You can see some people are using octanes. There are some, like the majority of people are using boats. People just seem to prefer the OG boat hitbox over the custom boats, because when you're sitting in a custom boat, it affects your gameplay just a little bit. Like all it does is, because you have an invisible villager in your boat, that villager shifts you a little bit in front of the boat, so the hitbox is position located just a bit differently. So for some people that's a major turnoff, but I don't know. Me myself will say they are just overreacting for real. But oh, Mafioso not getting a good start here at all. Doing a reset here. Oh, his first lap absolutely binned. As you can see, the rest is just flying away. Let me also get my onboard cameras here. Let's watch with the Lapis and Turtle Chilo here, as they are so far leading the time attack into the turns 14, 15, going into the turn 16 wall tap here. Boom, beautiful wall taps into double wall tap, and Turtle Chilo so far I think is gonna set the fastest time here with the 46.75. But Onidala sets the same time as well. He's sniping the B1 slot from 32 Chilo. So that means if 32 Chilo wants his time back, he needs to improve. So far we can see he's in yellowish, went a bit wide here, a bit too much speed into the turns. So he is reddish right now, but I mean Lapis Letus right next to him. 32 Chilo losing some critical time, but I don't know, they all seem to be a little bit of green right now. In the meantime, you can see Paper Yoshi is in a little bit of improvement. So is Alt and Demonatic. But the real question is, where is Onidalas in all of this? Onidalas not improving. That's unfortunate, but Mafioso doing a big improvement here. How's that gonna affect him? Boom, Mafioso sniping the P5 spot. Oh my. But I do have to mention the top 4 so far, top 4 times are all in the difference of 1 tick. So that's 0.05 seconds. So it's like it's just pretty much the same time. Now we can see some people are actually getting some greens here. Demonating improving a little bit, but let's watch on board with Onidalas not improving. Lapis here on an improvement arc. Paper Yoshi not improving. Asher and Oof doing quite bad. Oh, Martinitus also And Kodanex here improving, but let's go back to Lapis here as he's... Oh my god! We might be looking onto the best time so far here with Lapis setting of 46.60! And 32 Chilo only one tick behind. What? Oh my god. But Onidalos and Old are also absolutely cooking. They're cooking that hard that I have to actually look up their team name live here and give them some credit because... that's really well done. If I just do /by here, look at the teams, we can see they are from Icepool Racing. Wow. So the track we are racing on is called Icepool Ring, and their team name is Icepool Racing. So if you put 2 and 2 together here, I think this is the race we're gonna see them perform the best on today with their our teammate Asher and all the way in P10. So Icepool Racing on Icepool Ring doing really, really solid. Paper Yoshi did a little improvement as well. That's gonna put him all the way in P5. And I believe there is probably 1 lap left. Yeah, 1 lap left. As we can see, Lapis not improving right now. Maybe 32 Chilo is gonna improve. No improvements. Onidalas. Could be old. Oi, absolutely sending it into the center. Oof, big yikes. Turning into a lawnmower, losing all that valuable time. Ay. But behind Onidalas, it doesn't seem to be improving right now. Yeah, 32 Chilo ain't improving either. Lapis, nowhere near to even improving. Alt with the bad times, Paper Yoshi not cooking, Life and not cooking, 2-8 not cooking, Mafiosa not cooking. Is there even anybody in the green here? I don't think we're gonna see any improvements as they are finalizing the time attack here with Lapis Letus. Yeah, Lapis Letus finishing with a 46.60 here, getting the time attack win. Yeah, that's gonna be a massive news for all the Americans, all the Blockstop Devil fans out there. They used to be Chrissy Gaming, now Blockstop Devils. Keep it in mind, observe. As Sprint1 has been loaded up, as you can see, the huge pile of racers. We get a better camera here. Boom, switch it up. You can see there's somebody who's not in the event, is just just driving circles, having good and fun time. But let's see who's gonna get the good first turn here. It seems like Timonatic and Martinez right now getting the bestest of starts, but Mafiosa really slotting in here with 32 Chilo and Legendary A7 all the way. They're all like doing some cookery here with Legendary A7, even crossing this one checkpoint here first. Might get another one that's gonna keep here in V1 for long, but this is like, can't even say who's in P1 really, because like 1 second was 32 Chilo, now it's Legendary, now it was 2818, like it's super close behind. But 32 Chilo right now somewhat leading, but he's losing the lead, like I can't really say, but I think 32 Chilo and Legendary are running a bit, like trying to break themselves apart just a little bit. 32 Chilo managing to extend the gap just a little bit, 2-8 making some moves happen here as well, and Lapis all the way in P4. Behind them we have Paper Yoshi in 5th, Mafiosa in 7th, but all like everybody is still super close to each other with we're only halfway through it. You can see people are not giving up. People have done some crazy practice. People have gotten their pedals firm from 2 previous races. So now it's everybody on their peak performance here. 32 Chilo just seems to be running away with it right now a little bit. But Lapis Letus has managed to fight his way up to P2 for now. As they're going into the final lap here. 32 Chilo in the lead. Lap second. Yeah, Paper Yoshi has managed to get in third, but he's battling it with 2818. So if there's any cameras, we have to really look on board. So I'll take the Legendary A7 view here, because here you can inspect all the fights happening in the front here. There even might be a possibility for Legendary A7 to jump into P2, as there is a little bit of a Lag spike. I'm not sure if it's my computer or not. Piggle, can you give me the update? What's happening right now?
The whole server has appeared frozen.
The whole server appears to be frozen.
Everything.
What? Are we getting our first ever red flag right now? Are we getting hacked live? I don't know what's happening. But screenshot the results right now, as we can see. An eternal error occurred in your connection. What the hell? That's yeah, guys. As I bring back the music. Ooh, I think we're gonna get a little bit of a break here. Okay. Huh. First time ever in this season where such technical difficulty has happened. I'm not really sure what has happened. Maybe Piggle, you can get some like insider info here, as you're probably looking into console right now. What's happening?
Yeah, absolutely. But I can't tell what's happening. The console's moving too fast to see.
Console moving too fast to see, but it does mean the server has some kick, has some life in it. But why? Tegna Gustav in the chat saying, well, who pushed updates without testing? Oh.
See, we would never push code. That would break something.
True. We just aren't about that lifestyle. Asher, welcome to the chat here. Asher, I think you might get another try at this Sprint1 race here. I see you so far were in the P12, but maybe with another chance here, might get a faster time. I'm really rooting for you Icepool racers here today, because I mean, Icepool Ring, Icepool racers, I mean, it's bound to happen. Somebody of you guys has to win this, right? If nobody sees who wins there. What the hell? Anyway, hell yeah! I try to get the connection to the server. I think it's probably gonna take some like few seconds to get into it. Unable to connect to the event. In the meantime, we can go and probably go and drive the track. Let's just go and drive the track on the main server. Let me just get some proper settings here. The Icepool Ring. It's the same track as Piggle goes to scream at the admins to yell like, what's happening? This is unacceptable. Like, we were just going through this peak racing, and just there's nothing we can do. We just get hit with a red flag. I mean, we just gotta improvise, adapt, and overcome. But Reno, you should interview people on God. Oh, true. Lapis, you wanna come in here for an interview? Give some insights here. Give some, yeah, I think. Lapis, you even have permission to join the VC, so whenever you have the time, just hop in. My cam here is following Turtle the Chilo. That's quite funny, but hey, Lapis!
Whoa!
Yo.
Hello! Hello!
How's the event treating you so far? So far, getting 2 P3 finishes on the tracks overall, yeah. Am I correct?
2 P3? I think it was P2, right?
Oh, sorry, P2. Yeah, Mafiosa was in P3. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Very, very good. I've been enjoying today. I pretty much, like, after the qualifying on Barcelona, I just hit F1 and I like basically haven't turned it off. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't even, like, other than my final position, I have no idea how I've been doing.
Oh.
It has been amazing.
Yeah, but it feels like so far, like, even though the track results are like so different, the overall at the end of each each track, somehow 32 Chilo so far has gotten P1 each time, you second, and Mafioso third.
Right, I do know that. I did see the podium celebration, so, you know, we're gonna try to stop Gilo. I have no idea how I'm doing in this track right now. So I'm just, doesn't change what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep pushing.
So far you're doing really good. I believe you won the time attack, yeah?
Oh, did I? Let's go! Yeah. It's news to me. It's news.
Yeah, absolute cookery.
Yeah. Makuzin and I were joking that I was going to be able to look back at the stream and, like, watch it without knowing what was going to happen.
Oh, I
I know
might
the
spoil
overall
here a
result, but I
little
have
bit
no
too
idea who's gonna
much.
win every round. But yeah, hopefully we'll get this up and running again. It was pretty cool. Anybody else we should try to pull in here? Or do you want to try to pull Gilo in?
Ooh, I mean, if you can get to contact with him, then yeah, for sure. But let's see. I think event server is going back up here, as we can see. People are transitioning over to the event server. So let me make myself over there as well. DT Icepool Ring. It's
Oh,
probably gonna take
Gilo
like
said
5 minutes.
sure.
Oh.
I could drag him in here.
Get some friendly banter going. Yeah.
Oh, he did. All right, I'm gonna drag him in here. Here he comes. Boom.
Hello, Chilo. Right now,
Hey.
so far, I mean, Chi, so far you've been absolutely cooking this race. Getting
Yeah.
both the P1 track finishes on the Barcelona and Midgar Expressway. Very well done. How are you feeling so far?
Yeah, pretty good. Like getting P1s is just what I was looking for. Especially with Soda not here, like.
True,
yeah,
you
that's
might
very
just
good.
be able to overtake Soda Soaker on the Mulligan outstandings as well with it. I believe
Yeah.
before today, you were like 40 points behind, but with this type of cooker today, you might just be able to overtake him.
It's loaded. Oh, are we doing it back again? Like sprint?
I believe it's
It
most
looks like,
likely.
yeah, we're gonna do the sprint one.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go back to my VC, but good luck, Gilo. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Oh.
I mean, I can like.
Yeah.
Stay until.
Yeah, you can stay here until Biggle gets back, but you think you're gonna finish out Icepool Ring here and get your third track win of the day as well and keep your winning streak alive? Because I don't know if you know, but right now you have a winning streak of 5 races in a row. So if you win this one as
Okay.
well, that will be 6 track wins in a row.
Wow, that'd be really nice. But it's so close on Icepool Ring.
True.
If you do just one mistake, it's almost over. So you need to be locked in. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave for the sprint. Maybe I leave.
And yeah, I think Biggle is back.
We're finally back. We can race.
Yeah, Biggle, do you have any info what happened? Who we can blame?
Well, when in doubt, because we don't know who it was, you can blame Kevin.
Oh, that is true. Always the guy was getting blamed the most here, but yeah, as we can show, the sprint 1 here resumes. We did a red flag. We did a complete reset as the sprint 1 resumes. I think I have to refresh. No, I think the leaderboard seems to be cooked, so I can't really pull info from that. But so we'll just go in here without the leaderboard. Turtle Chilo so far in the front here, leading a little bit. Omega Miss and 2-8 and Paper Yoshi all behind here. With also, I think we can see a little bit of a lapis action going on here as they're both going through the turns. In the meantime, let's look on board here. Turtle Chilo so far in the lead here. Lapis is really close behind. Let's see, is my camera gonna work? It does! Yes! Oh, the commands just work and boom, Paper Yoshi. Boom, we can see the fight here as they're going into lap 2 here. Damn, I had to manually keeping count because it's fine. Let me get another camera here going on here. Let's look a little bit more backwards. We can see the rest of the pack here. All the way fighting for the P3 here with Oni Dallas. The Icepool racers here. Trying to get the W on Icepool Ring. As Turtle Chilo so far and Lapis Letus really fighting in tandem. Going hard, pedal to the metal, getting those wall taps here really critical to get those goods. Both doing it perfectly, absolutely copying each other. Flawless execution as they're going into the final lap here. Let's see, can we get the... And the scoreboard is working again. Yeah. You guys can see where your favorite people are. We can see Asher and Alt. Alt, who were in P3 just a few turns ago, has fallen to the P12. That's an upset. But 2-8, 1-8, cooking in P3 so far, trying to keep the rest of the pack behind. But as we are going into the final turns here, who is gonna get the P1 here? Is Turtle gonna keep up his winning streak, or is Lapis Letus gonna try to set himself up for an ace here? Lapis Letus won the time attack, but Turtle trying to switch things up here. As who's gonna cross the finish line first? They're literally in tandem next to each other, and it's gonna be it's the tie. It's a tie. But the Billy Lapis Letus. Oh, Lapis Letus gets the 100 points here from this track. Oh my. But I think it's fair to say, yeah, I think Lapis Letus gets this one. Even if you like take all the ping diff into like calculations. So I'd say, yeah, Lapis Letus getting another P1, setting himself up for an ace of this track. As we are loading up sprint 2 here, and they're already off. Going into turn 1 here. A big fireball. Bill Botkin seem to have been sleeping there a little bit. Oh, and eating some blocks. That's the end of the road for him for sprint 2. But so far, Icono seem to be won there somewhat. But Martinitus and Mafiosa and Tortucillo really showing their mastery and skillfulness and making every turn and angle just work for themselves. As 2-8, 1-8 right now, fighting for the P1 spot. First time ever during today. I haven't really seen him that high up today, but it seems to be that red flag really worked wonders for him. He's now absolutely cooking here. He seems to be a little bit laggy, a little bit choppy, but he's neck and neck with our big racer Tetrilucillo and Lapis Letus as they're going into the lap 2 here. Absolute mega cookery. Behind them we can see, wow, Paper Yoshi and Mafiosa fighting for dirt there. Some crazy fights happening. Behind them, if you look on with the main camera here, Alt 5th, Demonatic 6th, all fighting there. So Alt has managed to keep his positions really well here. Last time he was doing hot as well, but I believe just maybe one little scrape here and there, and Alt just fell down the order a little bit. But so far, 2-8 and Tortucillo still in tandem, but 2-8, 1-8 just inching out just a little bit, optimizing the wall taps here. Boom, bow. As they are going into the lap 3, the final lap of sprint 2 here. Seems to get a really well exit here. As if we look from Paper Yoshi's POV here, it's like big fights happening. But one must think, where is Lapis Letus in all of this? Lapis Letus is all the way back in P10. Let's maybe have to find his name. Lapis. Well, I'm blind. Anyway, he's in 10th. Source trust. In the meantime, Tortucillo has somehow managed to get his way in front of 2-8-1-8. It's gonna be another photo finish here, maybe. As they are going up, wrong camera, as they are going over. And I think Tortucillo is just sniping this one away. Wow, what a development. 2-8-1-8 was holding on so well throughout the laps 1 and 2, but at the end of lap 3, just unfortunately for him, just doesn't quite manage to playing it a little bit safe here, breaking here and there, just a tad bit too extra, and Tortucillo maybe doing some more of ballsy moves here to get and earn that P1 for sprint 2 as they are going into the sprint 3, the final race of today. So ladies and gentlemen, if you still haven't finished with your popcorn, this might just be the time to speed up as we are getting released here, going into turn 1. Who's gonna get the best entry? It seems like Bill Botkin having some I don't know what his ping is, but seems to be always getting a really slow release when compared to other people here. In the meantime, if we inspect inside the back here, we can see 2-8-1-8 this time a little bit more behind, but Tortucillo and Mafiosa and like the whole gang is here. Like the entire P, like 14 fits into one frame and spectating. That really goes to show that people are like, as they're driving, they're adapting and they're learning. They're getting better. But Mafiosa and Lapis and Tortucillo, the golden names here, making their way still in like the top 5 here. We are now on lap 2. Oh, lap is absolutely eating here. If we go into over the overview camera here, we can see, oh, lap is all the way in P11th again. Oh, lap is 8 last lap. Lap is 8 this. Oh, sorry, lap is 8 last track. Oh my God, Spaint. This is just. But in the meantime, there's a big action going. A big fight for the P1 here. Turtle Chill of the White and Mafioso all literally inside of each other, trading baiting. Wow, trading oak and everything. But 2 White getting a better wall tap than the rest there and goes into lap 3, the final lap of today, guys. Lock in as observe. Turtle Chilo and Mafioso all really behind here, trying to make the most happen here. 2 White all has to do is keep this pace up and he will be earning a win here. Let's see, as he's getting, as they're all getting a good lines here. 2818 seems to be holding on. Let's see how he's gonna get those turns here. Seems to be doing hell into the Rolex here. Okay, good line. Seems to be holding out. Now into the 2 double taps to finish out the race. Seems to be doing good. And I believe 2 White just earned himself a win here with Paper Yoshi in second. Damn! Mafioso in third, and behind them 32 Chilo in fourth. But a surprising result to see. Lapis Letus in fifth, as we are going over the. Oh my God! Let's fly up here. Legendary in A7th for the final track here. Iconos in 11th. Artritus in 10th. Yeah. Omega Miss 9th. Whoop. Timonatic 8th. Farming some good points. Alt in 7th. Damn, GG's. Onitala 6th. Really well done. Mafiosa 5th this time. No more P3 for him. Paperoshi 4th. Who's gonna get P3? It's Lapis Letus. Okay. Managing to hold by. Second place is 2818. Oh, hell yeah. The 32 Chilo claiming another track win here. Wow. That's cool. Oh my
Amazing.
God. Who's gonna stop this guy? In 2 weeks time, maybe we can see Soda Soaker when he's hopefully turning from his job, because he's like, you know, he's made his cash, he's made his money, he's now has the money to, I don't know, buy a new graphics card, buy a new CPU, buy a new monitor. He's gonna like spend all his money, lock out his, you know, fully spend his savings as the individual board. You can see people are really looking at the new standings here. And yeah, wait, is the standings getting like mulliganed as well? Wait, if it's getting mulliganed, then it's absolute cooker here. Let me try to spectate here from the official camera. As Soda Soaker is now second, Turtle Chila in first. I believe these results here are fully mulliganed out. Has to be. Okay, I rate it. And with one more race and one more day or race weekend coming up in 2 weeks, we're gonna really see how it's gonna develop. But yeah, 32 Chilo so far in taking that P1. I think we have to bring 32 Chilo back in the VC here, because what he accomplished today is just absolutely a miracle. Astounding. All the big words. In the meantime, we can take a look at the team standings as well. You can see Hokey Cokey still in P1, leading with 1,000 points. Acceleron and Noway fighting for the P2 there. With Acceleron having a 200-point lead. We're gonna see all how that develops. But Turtle Chilo, welcome back.
We have a visitor.
Hello.
How are you feeling, Turtle Chilo?
Very well. I'm happy that I could win Icepool as well. It was really close, as you could tell probably from the sprint races, but I get just enough points. With the colliers one, it helped.
Going into the track, Lapis Letus look to be really strong here, but like Lapis Leto seemed to be getting a little bit ahead of himself, doing some eating here and there, and that just cost him like the opportunity here to claim the track win. But for you, it worked out really well. You keeping your streak alive. That's absolutely amazing. We hope to see you keep and remain that throughout the next 3 and final tracks as well.
Yeah, I think the final round could be intense, but yeah, I might be able to keep it up if I like train, practice. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. Depends if Soda shows up as well.
True,
like he should, but
because if Soda is not showing up, it seems like so far the system is in your favor. So
yeah, I mean, if I do really bad at the last round and like someone like maybe Lapis or Mafiosa does really well, there is a chance maybe.
True, but because after like these races today, both you and Soda have both like 6 track wins overall, so or like really neck and neck. So that's really actually coming down to the final 3 tracks here. Who's gonna get the lead here? The B1, the glorious championship title.
Yeah, it's gonna be very close.
Very close for sure. Also, how much practice did you do when going into this here today?
Well, today I've not done a lot. I wanted to do more, but I've only practiced today, actually.
Yeah,
but,
that is fair.
The leaderboards were not very practiced. Like I was able to get P1 on all 3 without too much grinding.
Yeah, it was surprising to see, especially considering like some of the variants we were using, they were like not available on anywhere else. Like not on Frostax, not on Boat Labs, like the main server, and like had some like unique layouts here. So the lack of times very quite a bit surprising, but that's expected, I guess. So
like I think Mafiosa went completely blind. That's why he didn't perform as well, for example. Like sometimes maybe people just don't really know the line if they haven't practiced. So he
still did really good though. He claimed 2 third places and then a 5th place to end it up on the final track, but maybe not what he was hoping for, but in the standings that puts him in P3. He was one of the guys to join in later on the whole Premier Ice action, but he seemed to be proving his worth and really hanging on the top 5 here for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, any final words? Anything you wanna say to our fans, or like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, thank you for watching the stream, and good luck to people for the next round. Hopefully they practice so it can be like more exciting. Can have a battle for the win, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, Chilo, for joining us for the interview, and good luck in the next one.
Yeah, thank you. See you in the next round.
Yes. See you. Damn. Well, that's it for today, guys. What a races, guys. Super hype. Somebody asking in the chat if I'm Estonian. Yes, I am. Nido saying, holy, what a sprint one. True. But yeah, I think we can end up the stream here. Biggle, how you feeling? How you rate our today's races here?
These were some crazy races, I must say.
True.
Like, especially Midgar Expressway, where everyone's taking different routes. You never know who's going to come out on top.
For sure, yeah. But yep. Thank you everybody for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.